As we all know, early humans and aliens basically lived side by side. Anyone who has seen cave paintings like this surely knows this fact. It's been established countless times by crusty-haired historians and, of course, the History Channel. Because everyone knows that fictional entertainment is exclusive to modern humans, and the only thing that ancient humans cared about was accurately recording history for humans thousands of years later to reference in research papers. Enter the world's first theater. In 1999, The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time came out on the Nintendo 64 Entertainment System. The graphics were amazing. They were cinematic, almost identical to real life. Incredibly better than The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, which came out on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System in 1991, which had incredibly lifelike cinematic graphics that made the incredibly lifelike cinematics of The Legend of Zelda, which came out on the Nintendo Entertainment System in 1996, look like a cave drawing. So if we trace every incarnation of art and the human-generated depictions of reality back to cave paintings, what did Paleolithic humans think of the first ochre drawing deep inside a dark cave? We tend to think of Paleolithic humans as dumb, knuckle-dragging half-apes, barely out of trees. But early humans were incredibly intelligent. Their cranial volume was even slightly larger than ours now. The first humans first started to appear around 300,000 years ago, but didn't even figure out how to talk until about 50,000 years ago. They first thought about figuring out how to write those things down 5,000 years ago when the Sumerians developed cuneiform. Somewhere in the middle, there around 30,000 years ago, humans started making art. Imagine being a woman at that time. You've recently had a baby and were restricted to your home in a cave somewhere in what is known today as France. Stories told around a fire are your main source of entertainment, but you have a better idea in mind. You're going to create a story you can see. You can't leave the cave, but you can take your child with you deeper into the cave where you can create something in secret. You use tools available to you like bright-colored clay and burnt pieces of wood and toil away by firelight. Finally, when your masterpiece is finished, you invite the rest of your tribe deep into the cave to see what you've made. As the torchlight flickers and illuminates your masterpiece, they're all amazed. It's the most amazing thing they've ever seen, so lifelike and true to its source. It's so amazing that others come from miles around to see the new cave wall. In fact, for thousands of generations after people come to see your cave, soon others take inspiration and begin creating art of their own, drawing on walls, carving on walls, building up figures with mud, slowly becoming more and more detailed and elaborate over time. Even though the pictures didn't move, details were added to give the illusion of movement in the firelight. These cave paintings were the world's first cinemas. For some reason, many historians look at this through the lens of documenting history, but early man didn't care about preserving history. They didn't have much consideration for people that would come thousands of years after they had gone at all. They cared about not being bored. Humans have always needed entertainment and craved new ways to find it. The subject matter in cave paintings was often rarely seen animals instead of hunting or daily life. They were entertainment, not documentation. So why would we think that we, somehow, in all of our modern glory, are the first to conceive of the concept of fiction? Of course, early humans understood and loved to create works of fiction. Ancient art like this isn't an indication that aliens contacted early humans. It's basically the Paleolithic version of the Avengers.